Hello and welcome to another episode of everyone's favorite show, SNES Pokemon. It's been about 8 months since our last episode, so I'm bringing you another episode. Today we're opening this abomination. As you can see, I have an epic new setup. I got some cards and some games and a mat here, and my phone's being held in place by a Game Boy Advance right here. So yeah, we're opening Burning Shadows today. It's a pretty cool set. As you can see, this is the Pokemon Necrozma on the front end. The pack contains 10 additional game cards. Now that's pretty cool in and of itself, but did you know this contains a code card for one bonus online booster pack? I also have the UPC number of 082065080230. And if you go to www.pokemon.com, you can probably do some cool stuff. So, now I'll read the description to help bring this video to 10 minutes. Fiery battles and deep shadows. What strange fires lurk in the shadows? Minions of Team Skull and a cavalcade of new Pokemon stand ready to battle in the dark of night and in the blazing sun. Slug it out with new titans like Necrozma GX, Marshadow GX, and Tapu Fini GX, or battle with trusty allies from Machamp GX and Charizard GX to Darkrai GX and Ho-Oh GX. Fight for what's right with the Pokemon TCG Sun and Moon Burning Shadows expansion. The Pokemon TCG Sun and Moon Burning Shadows expansion contains over 140 cards. Each player must have a 6-card deck of Pokemon cards to play. That's pretty cool. But did you know that this is a 2017 copyright Pokemon, and that there's an address here, 601 108th Street, Northeast Suite 1600, Bellevue, Washington 98004 USA. So that's pretty cool. Now let's get into opening the pack. Alright, the trusty Game Boy Advance appears to have failed me as a camera, but now we're a stand for a camera at least. But don't worry, now we are back. Alright, code card. 3. Do that. Put them there. Alright guys, let's get to the pack. But first, let's take a look at this energy card, because this is pretty awesome. This is a fighting energy card. 2017 copyright Pokemon. As you can see, Pokemon is trademarked. That's pretty cool. It's a Pokeball there, a little swirl, and it says Pokemon again upside down. This time the Pokeball's upside down, so that's kind of weird. Alright, now let's move on to our first card. Here's a Rhyhorn. It has 80 HP, as you can see right there, and is a fighting type. It's a basic Pokemon, and it is number 111. It is the Spikes Pokemon. It is 3 feet and 3 inches tall. That's pretty impressive, and also weighs 253.5 pounds. Right? Now, for one colorless energy, which means you can use any energy you want, and another colorless energy, which also still means you can use any energy you want. You can use a Lunge Out, which deals 20 damage. And guess what? If your Pokemon that you're using that on is weak to fighting type, it does 40 damage, and that's pretty impressive. The problem is, if it resists fighting type, it only does 0 damage. That's pretty lame, and we don't want that. So as you can see, he's weak to grass. He'll take 2 times damage from grass, and retreat cost requires 3 whole energies. But he has one other attack up his sleeve. He has Horn Drill for 2 fighting type energies and a colorless energy. He can do 60 damage. Now, that means that if the Pokemon he's using it on is weak to fighting, that'll do 120 damage. But if the Pokemon he's using it on resists fighting and is from a Pokemon Sun and Moon set earlier, it'll only do 40 damage. And if it's from a Sword and Shield set, it'll only do 30 damage. So that's pretty lame. So let's move on to our next card, who's not so lame. This is Riolu, another fighting type Pokemon. He has 70 HP, which is okay, I guess. He is, once again, a fighting type. He is 447 pounds and is the Emanation Pokemon. He is 2 foot 4 inches tall and weighs 44.5 pounds. He is, for 1 fighting energy, he can use Punch, which will do 10 damage. And if the Pokemon he's using is weak to fighting, it will do 20 whole damage. But if they resist fighting type, it will do 0 damage, which is once again pretty lame. Now, for 2 fighting energy, you can use Low Kick for 30. Again, if they are weak to fighting, it'll do 60. If they resist it from the Sun and the Moon, they'll do 40. And if from Sword and Shield, they'll do 30 damage. And by that I mean 10 and 0 damage. I misspoke there. I'm very sorry, my friends. And he's weak to Psychic and has no resistance. It's pretty lame there, buddy. And he has a retreat cost of 1 energy. Now this here is Cutiefly. It's a pretty awesome Pokemon. Since he has 30 whole HP and is a fairy type, which means it's useless. And it is the Bee-Fly Pokemon. It's pretty awesome. It's 4 inches tall and weighs 0.4 pounds. For 1 colorless energy, it can do Fairy Wind for 10 damage. It is weak to Steel type and resists Dark type. It is an uncommon card from the Pokemon Sun and Moon Burning Shadows expansion. Alright, let's move on to the next card. This is just too cool to spend too much time on. Here's a Tynamo. It's 40 HP and it's a freaking lightning or electric type, whatever they're calling it. It's number 602. It is the Elefish Pokemon, whatever the heck that means. And why won't my camera focus on the Tynamo? Gosh darn, camera. Please don't fall over again. There we go. Alright. He's 8 inches tall and weighs 0.7 pounds. Another heavy mon here. Alright. For 1 electric or lightning or whatever energy, you can use Aqua Shock for 10 plus damage if your opponent's active Pokemon has any water energy attached to it. The attack does 30 more damage for a total of 40 damage, and if they're weak to electric, it'll do 80 damage, but if they resist it, it will only do 20 damage, or if they're from the Sword and Shield expansion, it will only do 10 damage. And he's also weak to fighting types, and it will take 2 times as much damage from them, but resist steel type will take 20 less damage. He also has a retreat cost of 1 energy. Alright, our next card here is Duskull, as you can see here. This is a very awesome card because he is in fact dabbing. That's pretty cool. But what's even cooler is he has 60 whole HP and is a psychic type Pokemon. He's number 355 and is the Requiem Pokemon. He is 2 feet and 7 inches tall and weighs 33.1 pounds. He has his first attack is called Dark Guidance. For 1 second energy, you can put a basic Pokemon for your discard pile onto your bench. And his other attack is called Spooky Shot. For 1 psychic and 1 of any energy type in the Pokemon trading card game, he can do 20 damage, which to something weak to psychic will take 40 damage, but if they resist it at all, they will take no damage. He himself is weak to dark types and will take 2 times as much damage, but resists fighting type and will take 20 less damage. He also has a retreat cost of only 1 and is an uncommon card. Next up we have Simisear, who is a fire monkey. He has 90 HP, and as you can see from here, he evolves from Pansear. Now he's number 514 and is the Ember Pokemon. He is 3 foot and 3 inches tall and weighs 61.7 pounds. Now his first attack is called Scratch, and that does 30 damage for 1 colorless energy. Now that's pretty cool, but what's even cooler is if it uses on a Pokemon that's weak to fire, they'll do 60 damage if they resist it and are from the Sun and Moon expansion or earlier. They will only take 10 damage. If they're from Sword and Shield or later, they will take no damage, which is not very cool, Simisear. Alright, now he has another attack that's called Flare Recharge. For 1 fire energy and 1 colorless energy, it'll do 50 damage, and you attach a fire energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. It'll do 100 damage to something weak to fire, which is pretty cool, and he's weak to water types. Alright. Next up is Heatmor. He has 110 HP. Has 1 attack called Odor Sleuth. Flip 2 coins. For each heads, put a card from discard pile back into your hand. Wow, that's pretty awesome. He also has Searing Flame. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned, and it does 60 damage. He's also weak to water. What a nerd. Now we have Lana. Heal 50 damage from each of your Pokemon's any water energy attached to it, but you can only play 1 supporter card during your turn before you attack. So that's pretty cool. That's our last uncommon card. Now this is Leddyba. have 60 whole HP and is a grass type. And they have agility. And now our final card is an Alolan Ninetales, which I got like 4 of yesterday. That's pretty awesome. Has like, it can do damage and stuff, and that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's all for today's episode. Hopefully it won't be 9 months for the last one. And I'm at 10 minutes now, so goodbye, friends.